Reserve time.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm going to be your host, Niz, and we're casting the Dota 2 Canada Cup for our third quarterfinal for the winner's bracket, which is actually...
Radiant team ban.
I guess it's the winner's bracket quarterfinal, if you want to call it that. It's technically not the quarterfinal, but it's between 8 teams. It kind of makes sense. Either way, I've got somehow a second mouse on the screen. I don't know what's going on. I've been having trouble with this game already. I may have to reconnect. But we've got a match here between Leviathan and NoT today. It's going to be a best of 3. The loser will end up playing tomorrow night at 8 p.m. They'll be playing up against Wheel, and that'll be, of course, our next cast. And then right after that, or I guess after a short break after that match, then we've got our other quarterfinal, or final quarterfinal, which is our quarterfinal number 4 between Boreal and top 5, and that's going to be starting at 10:15. But we've got to get this best of 3 out of the way first to figure out who the hell is going to play Wheel and who's going to advance to play the winner of that other match. But one of the trends we've seen earlier in this tournament in the group stage is that NoT today really struggled early on in the games. They got run over by Complexity, they got run over by eHug, or at least in the early game, and then NoT today was making really strong decisions later on in the game, and they were able to pull the game back. Yeah, there was a pretty big throw by eHug, but still, NoT today was making those really strong decisions. The game against Complexity, Complexity's ran over them in the early game and never looked back, never gave NoT today that opportunity to come back into the game. So Complexity went on to win that. But yeah, NoT today really has to try and figure out a way to not lose early on and not find themselves a million miles behind their opponent coming out of that early mid-game transition. Leviathan, on the other hand, they are very aggressive. So this is going to be an interesting one because I have a feeling Leviathan is just going to come out swinging. NoT today may struggle with it, and then we're going to see a battle of whether Leviathan will be able to close out the game or whether NoT today will be able to make those incredible decisions going on later on in the game. And I don't understand why I've got another mouse. I'm just going to close out the game and restart it right now. So I'll just keep talking. You guys will get to look at the whatever screen, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to restart everything so we don't have any issues. But yeah, it should be a good one because I think Leviathan, I think they've got a real opportunity here to knock off NoT today. And I was watching a show that Toffees was doing with he had Nahaz and 2 other guys on the panel, and they were talking about the international and invites and qualifiers and who they thought was going to be coming in or getting invited to those slots. And I was actually surprised when it came to the North American qualifiers, or the Americas qualifiers, excuse me. And you took a look at what teams they listed, and then I also made a list of my own. And I was actually really surprised to see how far down that list I actually placed Leviathan. And honestly, I was actually surprised how high up I put... Alright, hopefully we got everything fixed here. I was actually surprised how far up I put NoT today. And it's funny that NoT today I've got really high up and Leviathan I've got really low. But in this matchup, I think Leviathan has the potential to really knock NoT today off here. So it should definitely make for a really good match. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. We do also have that new patch pending. Looks like we've dodged the bullet tonight, but everyone's thinking it's going to be coming tomorrow. So it should be interesting. There's actually a VOD out there, and there's a whole thread up on Reddit where it includes pretty much every video of people analyzing, or important people, I guess, analyzing the patch notes, and one of those is actually Leviathan, and it's all the guys on Leviathan just sitting around and just going through the patch notes, reading them together as a group, and talking about what they think about it. So that's definitely worth a watch. I watched at least some of it, and yeah, it's good to see their initial take on it, and
seconds
I like to watch and see what everyone has to think about it, as I love to read through and have my initial interpretations of what's going to happen. But we've dodged the bullet. We're not going to see it tonight,
Radiant team,
or at least not for this first game. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen after. But let's catch up in the draft here. We have Axe, Earthshaker, Vengeful Spirit, and Lion getting banned out by Leviathan. They picked up the Troll Warlord and Spirit Breaker. Keep in mind, Leviathan was picking Troll way before he was in the meta. Leviathan and Boreal, which we're going to see tomorrow night, were the original filthy Troll pickers. So they're still picking the Troll when it's given to them. Not today, banned out Sniper, Chen, Night Stalker, and Ancient Apparition.
Remaining.
They picked up Lena, Viper, and Shadow Demon.
5 seconds remaining.
You know what? That's a very unusual draft, or at least first 3
Reserve
picks.
time.
But when it's coming from Not Today, not that unusual at all. I can tell you immediately that Lena is probably going to be support paired up with the Shadow Demon. It's a good setup, and I believe Not Today ran that earlier in the tournament. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they ran that combo, or at least someone did. And Not Today seems to really like running the Viper as well. It's just a really strong lane dominating hero. It's also strong early on and kind of in that mid game, which is kind of where Not Today likes to play, which is kind of unusual considering,
10 seconds
like I said, they've been
remaining.
struggling early on and find themselves behind coming out of the laning phase.
5 seconds remaining.
But maybe they're looking to actually strengthen their
Reserve
positioning by
time.
just getting heroes that are better at fighting early on, as they've got that really, really deadly support duo already. As for Leviathan, they picked up the Queen of Pain. So they should feel pretty comfortable in the mid lane with that. However, they do like to put the Queen of Pain in the off lane a lot. Jenkins plays the Queen of Pain quite often. As for the Spirit Breaker, I think they actually do prefer to play it as a support. Whether or not Today has done their research, and I'm sure they have, to know this, will remain to be seen. But they normally run the Troll Warlord in the safe lane, like pretty much everyone does. But it's a little bit of insight there onto potential lanes. So Leviathan, I'm assuming looking for a mid hero and their second support to go with the Spirit Breaker and to pair up with the Troll in that top lane while the Spirit Breaker's moving around. And Not Today picking up the Gyrocopter. Man, different draft coming out from Not Today. Now, you know, if you want to have fun in Dota, pick Gyrocopter and go offlane in a pub. They're not going to run him offlane in this game. It's going to be a safe lane farming Gyro. But if you take Gyro and run him offlane in a pub, you would be surprised how many kills that you can get in that offlane against a tri-lane. It is so fun.
5 seconds remaining.
There's been a lot of games I've come out of the laning phase like 8-0. It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal.
Reserve
You go on to lose the game because the hero just sucks when you build him that way. But it's really fun in the laning phase. And your team likes to throw it right back. But it is fun. It's a lot of fun. So Not Today picking up the Gyrocopter. Gonna be in the safe lane. There's that second support for Leviathan. It's gonna be the Witch Doctor. And now Not Today will ban out a mid laner that's going to be going up against their Viper. Leviathan will look to ban out an off laner. Unless Not Today chooses to put Viper in the off lane, but I don't see that happening.
Remaining.
There is the option of Not Today just going aggressive with their
seconds
tri lane,
remaining.
which they've done before. And there's a very real possibility with that Lena, Shadow
Reserve
Demon,
time.
Gyrocopter. And you know what? When there's a Spirit Breaker support, it's a very real possibility. Spirit Breaker sucks in tri-lanes versus tri-lanes. Huh.
10 seconds remaining.
That's a very real possibility.
5
Not Today
seconds
goes aggro.
remaining.
Then they have the option of putting their Viper either in the mid lane or in the bottom lane going up against the Queen of Pain.
Dire team ban.
Now Leviathan has to be a little wary. Undying getting banned. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to put together the pieces here, but
5 seconds remaining.
It's an undying. I don't know. He just got banned. Whatever. I don't think Leviathan was going to be picking Undying there, but is it something that Not Today would have struggled with? I don't think so. It's a hero that's strong against early
10 seconds remaining.
fights that are like really engaging on one area. So maybe Not Today looking to push really hard.
Radiant team.
I don't know. Broodmama will be the ban for Leviathan. Is that a hero that... I mean, it would be a hero that would have been strong in the offlane that they probably would have struggled with, but I really think you gotta fear this aggressive tri-lane that could potentially come out from Not Today. And especially if we go back to our tiebreaker, where we had Not Today played that. Remember where they picked the Bane, and they went really aggressive,
team pick.
Constantly moving around ganking. Who was it against? Was it against Complexity? I don't remember. But they went super aggressive, constantly moving around, ganking. It's where they ran the Sven in the mid lane. Van was running that. Now we're going to see a lot of aggression coming up from Not Today here again, as they're going to close out their roster with a Bat Rider. So they do have the option of just putting that Bat Rider in the off lane and not going aggro. But I really don't know how Leviathan would deal with this aggro tri-lane. I think there's definitely a little bit of a vulnerability there. Abaddon gets picked up for Leviathan. So it's going to be an off-lane Spirit Breaker. Mid Queen of Pain, looks like. Yep, that's what they're going to do. Alright, well, about to hop on into this once Jenkins picks his hero. I guess we're also waiting on Shredder. Can't single Jenkins out there. But we do know Shredder is probably going to be on that Troll Warlord, as he always plays the Troll, and Jenkins is going to be on the Spirit Breaker. Yeah, there we go. Come on, Shredder. Let's do it. So we've got Leviathan going up against Not Today for the Dota 2 Canada Cup quarterfinals. I always trip over my words there and say qualifiers.
5 seconds remaining.
The loser is going to go on to play tomorrow night. The winner is going to play slightly later on, as they'll remain in the winner's bracket. Against they'll be playing up against the team that
for battle.
Well, is going to win tomorrow night. As NizCast TP'd up here to the top lane immediately with boots and wards to get an early ward off. And I just want to see exactly where he's going to go ward here. Is it just going to be up here? Yeah, it is. Okay, interesting. Interesting location for them to rush and ward, but with these two wards, they're going to have a lot of vision of what's going on in this top lane with regards to rotations, and I think it's a very real possibility that they are going aggro with this lane. But let's introduce the teams and the players real quick, because on the Radiant side, we're going to have Team Not Today, hailing from Peru. Got it right this time. We've got NizCast on the Shadow Demon. Smash is going to be on the Bat Rider. Stinger is going to be on the Lina, Ifrit on the Viper, and Van is going to be on the Gyrocopter. They're going to be hunting for some heroes here on the side of Leviathan. Doesn't look like they're going to find it. But that is our team on the Dire side. It's Team Leviathan. We've got Flying Zebra on the Abaddon. Nusham is going to be on the Witch Doctor. Shibby is going to be on the Queen of Pain. Jenkins is going to be on the Spirit Breaker. And Shredder is going to be on the Troll Warlord. Well, it looks like we're going to have just Not Today securing the top rune, and Leviathan's going to take the bottom rune and take a look at Smash. On the Bat Rider, he's heading to the bottom rune. It is going to be an aggressive tri-lane as Van, NizCast, and Stinger are going to stay up here. And they're going to find themselves against a Troll Warlord and, yeah, the support duo that's eventually going to make their way up there. As I want to note where their positioning was. They were staying down around bottom runes, so they knew there was a very real possibility that Not Today would move up and take the Dire jungle, and they just didn't want to fight there immediately. So played it safe and didn't end up getting trapped there in their jungle. But these observer wards will spot out Nusham's rotation here, and he's going to get opened up here by Misko as he's going to disrupt him. That's going to allow the Light Strike Array to land. And this should be our first blood as Nusham's going to go down. Unfortunately, Flying Zebra not able to get there in time to give him either a heal from the Mistcoil or the Aphotic Shield. A little bit unfortunate. That support duo should have probably stayed together there for a second, or while making that rotation. But it's easy to make with the knowledge we had. Got a little bit of counter warding that could potentially come out here, as there was an observer ward placed up here at the top rune by Leviathan, but of course that was scouted out by the 2 observer wards. Actually, both observer wards would have spotted that from Not Today. And in the bottom lane, Jenkins managing to get a kill on the Bat Rider. How does that even happen? Spirit Breaker killing a Bat Rider? What? Goes back to that video a long time ago where IX Mike is laning up against Bulba when they were both on Team Liquid, and they were just messing around at when they were boot camping, and IX Mike was saying about how he could beat Bulba's Nature's Prophet with Spirit Breaker, and he first blooded him and everyone went crazy. I don't know how the hell that happened, but it did happen. Jenkins somehow managing to drop Smash in this bottom lane. Maybe Smash just overcommitted and Jenkins punished. It's the only way I could see it happening, unless Smash walked into melee range and Jenkins just became a Bash Lord, which is very possible. Misko's found himself in a little bit of an awkward position here as his teammates are nowhere even close to him. They're both at the tier 1 tower, and now he's getting caught out and chased by all 3 heroes on the side of Leviathan. Looks like he will be able to get away, but wow, he took a lot of damage there as he's going to drop down to 72 HP. Tangos are going to come in and deliver to Stinger, as he'll probably use his healing salve here to heal up Misko and maybe even give him a Tango. Misko won't really need it right now, but it's good to maybe spread that that regen around there for a second, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that just yet. As for mid lane, looks like we got a little bit of an advantage here for Ifrit, as he's at 12 and 6 in CS, where Shibi's fallen to 6 and 6 right now. So the Viper winning out in this lane. As for the top lane, Gyro's leading in terms of CS, 15 and 5, whereas the Troll has been held to 9 and 2. So the aggressive tri-lane is somewhat working. But in the bottom lane, somehow Jenkins has got Smash on the ropes once again as he kills him for a second time.
You walk between the planes.
Wow. If you take a look at the CS, Jenkins obviously significantly behind, as he's only sitting at 6 and 2, whereas Smash is at 14 and 4. But those 2 kills going the way of Jenkins, that's got to be huge for him. So he's got his boots, he's got a stick, and he's got 1100 gold on top of that. Not Today really wants to try and get a kill on this Troll Warlord, but it's going to be very, very difficult. The one thing I think that's really worrisome with Leviathan is just how far they've been spread between their Troll Warlord and their Abaddon. I actually would prefer, they've got basically the Witch Doctor in between, kind of playing near the pull and near the Troll at the same time, while Abaddon's doing a lot of the pulling. I'd actually prefer them to swap that up and Witch Doctor to be doing more of the pulling, because you want your Abaddon to be in position to use the Aphotic Shield and the Mistcoil as soon as the disruption ends, to obviously clear the stun that's going to be coming out from the Lina, but also try and keep that hero alive. And it's important for him to be close enough to do both. As somehow again there was a kill in the bottom lane as both heroes traded there, as I was lost in thought thinking about other things. We're gonna have an engagement here started by Leviathan on a Misko, as he's once again got 2 separated from his allies. He will have to use the disrupt onto the Troll Warlord to disengage. Stinger's gonna try to come in here and get a stun off, but gonna think better of it, but he's gonna take a bunch of right click damage as a result. And now we have Jenkins TPing into the top lane. They're gonna charge on Van. Great play coming out from Leviathan here, as they're gonna get a kill on the Gyrocopter. Smash is up here as well, but they're gonna lose Stinger. Oh, huge stun coming up from the Lina right before she went down, hitting 3 targets. But looks like Smash is gonna be the one in trouble. Shredder does go down, and oh, even Flying Zebra goes down as well because they were all standing in that Firefly. Now Ifrit's going to come up here, get a kill on Nusham. MizCo's probably going to go down as... No, he's not. As he manages to get away with his disruption there as Jenkins goes down to Ifrit. Just one auto attack away from killing that Shadow Demon. So we're tied at 6 kills apiece here. As Leviathan losing out one extra hero there. As they lost 4, whereas Not Today just lost 3. They almost lost 4 with MizCo there, but he just barely survived. Stinger being able to rotate to the mid lane here, soak up a little bit of XP. With Ifrit, of course, being top lane. But he'll make that rotation back. He'll even find a haste rune on his way down.
Is under attack.
Should be just bottling up the bottom rune, which was a bounty rune. Jenkins charging. Immediately to the bottom lane onto Van, but he will cancel it. As Flying Zebra and him were both smoked up. And Van knows what's up. He's playing very, very safe right now. I'm actually surprised that they chose to throw Gyro down in the bottom lane. As, just give me 1 second, guys, sorry. Sorry about that, I missed the call on all that, but Jenkins charged on in onto Van, and we had a good TP coming in from MizCo. Unfortunately, just slightly too late. Obviously, with his, as soon as he came in from his TP, he was going to want to get a disrupt onto the gyrocopter to try and keep him alive as long as possible, but just not able to do so, and then they went for him instead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And unfortunately, he went down. But in terms of our mid lane, looks like the Queen of Pain's caught up a little bit. Just 7 CS behind and going on the offensive now. Shivy's going to throw out the Sonic Wave, getting the kill there. He is Viper Strike, so he's going to tick out for a little bit more damage, but he's going to be perfectly fine. As Leviathan now finds himself 3 kills ahead of Not Today. And, well, once again, Not Today struggling a little bit early on. As we got another charge from Jenkins onto Van in this bottom lane. MizCo is down here, but they do know that. There's an observer ward spotting him out. And Jenkins has already canceled his charge. MizCo's now trying to rotate and trying to catch up to Flying Zebra. Not going to happen. Shivy's coming down here for the bottom rune, which is a double damage. And now MizCo's in a whole lot of trouble. So he's going to get charged by Jenkins. You can tell he was trying to disrupt himself there for a second, but not able to get that cast off in time. And he'll go down as a result. So our 10th kill for Leviathan. So we got another charge coming up from Jenkins. This time it's on Stinger, who's in the mid lane, and uh-oh. Will he get the start off? He does, but Jenkins also gets the charge off, and then he's actually having to TP away because Ifrit would have been able to keep him slowed with the Viper Strike, which was actually on cooldown for 10 seconds. So Jenkins not knowing that and just taking the safer route and TPing away. Because Ifrit actually may have just been able to chase him down and kill him even without the Viper Strike. Strider has recovered quite nicely. He's at 40 and 8 CS, where the Gyro's just at 45 and 15. And he actually just died in the bottom lane as I was saying that, as Flying Zebra got the kill there. But it looks like Jenkins had a lot to do with it, using the Nether Strike on the Spirit Breaker. Now he's going to find MizCo as well, revealing the fact that there's an observer ward spotting him down here. MizCo will get the disruption off, but will Shivy be able to come in? Looks like he will. As he's going to get the Shadow Strike off, and uh-oh. Uh-oh. Charge.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You are in glory.
Smash is going to get engaged on here. As he's going to go down. Shivy's going to get that with the Sonic Wave. Van TP'd on in. So is Stinger. And will they be able to stop Jenkins before he TP's away? They won't.
Dire's middle tower.
Sorry about the sudden mute of my mic there, guys. I was trying to hold back a sneeze and then it just didn't happen, and I went into a little bit of a sneezing fit there. But we're gonna try to work on through it. As this game, I figured it was gonna be a good one, and so far it has been.
Haste.
There's lots of action going on early on in this game. is in the top lane. Shredder will still farm away. As Nusham's up here too. And notice Nusham not going for those points in Maledict. It's all about trying to keep these heroes alive. They know they're not going to be on the offensive at the start. But Smash getting a lasso off onto Shibby. They're going to open with a kill there, but Jenkins has committed to try and help his teammates, but it's just going to cost him his life. Flying Zebra now will try to run away. Bullet Time's going to heal him right back up. But that's not going to get him out of the middle of all the heroes of NoT today, as it looks like he's going to go down in just a second here. Nusham may go down as well, but he's going to drop the Death Ward, and that forces Smash to back away, who almost will go down. The last tower attack will not get him.
Dire's middle tower is under
On the back of that, NoT today will drop this tier 1 tower,
are fortified.
as they took a huge advantage in that team fight. 3,000 gold going their way. In top lane, Shredder will try and take this top tier 1 tower. Doesn't look like his creeps are going to survive long enough to allow him to do so. This catapult will drop the tower just below 130 HP, so below that 10% threshold, and now is deniable. Ifrit just finished his mech, so expect a lot more aggression coming up from NoT today, especially with the completion of that item. The next item we have to look at is the Blink Dagger on Smash, and he's already got that. Of course he has that, because that's how he blinked in and got the lasso off. Shredder has got the Helm of the Dominator. This is going to allow him not only to farm and keep his HP up in the lane and maybe tank and soak a little bit of damage, but it's going to allow him to rotate into the jungle, kind of away from the potential ganks, or at least keep himself off the
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
off the map. So NoT today doesn't know exactly where he is, but they're going to know he's getting the jungle. As Jenkins has elected to actually go for a Hand of Midas, I'm thinking he's probably going to go for a Shadow Blade after this, and the Hand of Midas is just going to help him get there faster, but it's also going to give him that the much needed XP on the Spirit Breaker. Yeah, it's going to give him the gold, but mainly it's going to be that XP, as Spirit Breaker very, very XP dependent. Shibby looks like he's going to be going for his Egg Scepter first, as he's just blinked up here, but unfortunately that's right into a pile of heroes from NoT today, as he's going to go down. Charge coming up from Jenkins onto Smash, but he's going to switch and get the Nether Strike off onto Van, but there's that mech coming out from Ifrit, healing Van back up. He's still going to go down as this Death Ward, expertly placed by Nusham, dealing a ton of damage, as it looks like it's going to drop the Viper in just a second after the Disrupt. But maybe not. This Viper's staying alive forever, as he's managed to drop not just Jenkins but Shredder as well. And now Leviathan, looking like they were able to turn that around, are actually on the retreat here, as Smash even gets another kill onto Flying Zebra. The only one able to get out of there is the Witch Doctor of Nusham, who that Death Ward was incredible. It was dealing so much damage, but there was a really good Disrupt coming out from Misko onto Ifrit, and that just kept him alive long enough, and then Leviathan was kind of stuck. They thought for sure that they were going to get that kill and they were going to be looking good in the team fight. Then the Disrupt came off and they were just in a little bit of an awkward situation. That Disrupt was long enough for Leviathan to then try and back away, and then as soon as the Disrupt ended, Ifrit was there to clean up those kills on those weakened Leviathan heroes. Well, let's take a look at Van and see where how he's doing in terms of his items. He's got Phase Boots and a Morbid Mask as well as a Bracer, so maybe just Morbid Mask to give him a little bit of lifesteal. Maybe he's going Helm of the Dominator for a little bit of stacking. The Bracer typically is going to build into your drums that you normally get on the Gyrocopter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Shibby got just his Ogre Club, so he's getting closer and closer to that Egg Scepter. Flying Zebra has picked up a Chainmail, so it looks like it's going to be a delayed mech coming out from him. Oh, Smash and Misko are smoked up. They're going to find Shredder. Van's there as well with the Haste Rune, as this Troll Warlord is going to go down, as it's going to even it up 15 to 15. And they're not done. They know Shredder's up here, and they're going to go hunting for him, as Van's going to get the missile off. And he's going to get on top of him with the Rocket Barrage. But Jenkins is going to TP away. Misko, unfortunately, not able to get the Banish off. He tried. He knew the charge was coming. But he just lost vision as Jenkins was crossing over those trees. That allowed him to escape. So he's just going to actually stop in the mid lane and farm up there. But his teammates, they're going to go on the aggressive, as the Laguna came out onto Shibby, but he was able to blink away. And now I think NoT today will just back away here. Ifrit backing through the tower, dealing some damage to the tower, but the tower is also attacking him. And now Shibby sensing maybe a little moment of weakness there as he tries to go in and get some damage on the Viper, but that damn Viper is too damn tanky. He's got mech as well, and there it's going to come out. Shredder's going to charge on in, and then he's going to pop the Nether Strike onto the Viper, but there's that Disrupt coming up from NizCast once again, causes a Sonic Wave to miss. Ifrit's still going to go down as a result of it. Death Ward once again well placed, but Leviathan just losing a bunch of heroes there. Shibby is really low on HP too. Crazy turnarounds going on in these fights. Lots and lots of action. I don't really expect these games between these two teams to go all that long, but I think we may very well have a three game series here, as these games are so close to going one way or another. And sometimes from fight to fight they're going one way, and then the next fight they're going the complete opposite way. 18 to 18, both teams very, very even. Shibby gonna just bottle up the bounty rune here. That was actually really devastating that Sonic Wave didn't hit Ifrit, because NizCast was there once again with the banish. I think had they been able to drop Ifrit a little bit earlier on in the fight, they would have been in a much better position. But the Shadow Demon already showing his value with the defensive disrupts. As you guys know, I absolutely love Shadow Demon as a hero. Love seeing him get picked. Love seeing him do well. Not bias, but bias. My allegiance is not with the team, but with the hero. There we go. That's how it's not bias. Well, we do have the Voidstone getting picked up by Stinger, so he's getting closer to completing that Yule's Scepter, but still's got a long way to go. Smash going to do a little bit of farming up here, as he's gone for a Boots of Travel, so not going the standard Blink into Force Staff, he's gone Blink into Boots of Travel. But while this is going on, Leviathan had smoked up, hopped into the Roche Pit, but they're actually just going to back away as they got spotted anyways by the Shadow Poison coming up from NizCast. NizCast has been on his game. Well, what? Okay, Van did complete the Helm of the Dominator. This is Shredder's little troll from his Helm of the Dominator. I don't think Van... Van just picked up an Alpha Wolf. We like to refer to him as Ralph the Alpha Wolf.
Top tower is
Not sure why,
attack.
but that's what we always call him to my group of friends. Just going to provide him with the armor, help him farm a little bit faster. The top lane, Smash, making use of those Boots of Travel, getting up here, getting away from everyone as he's going to try to push down this tier 1 tower, but he's getting charged right now by Jenkins. TP's going to come in from Nushem as he's going to throw the cask thanks to Vision from Jenkins. But somehow, that TP just goes off on time. It feels like the cask was almost hitting the bat, but he TP'd away. And now, Smash, forcing that rotation from Leviathan, has opened up an opportunity for his teammates to push the bottom tier 1 tower, and they're going to do just that. Jenkins charging on down here. It's probably going to be the first to arrive on the scene, so he'll expect him to cancel, and indeed he will.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They don't have mana on the Queen of Pain, so probably not going to be looking to fight here, but if not today continues pushing in this bottom lane, Leviathan's going to have to come down and defend, so expect Shibby to rush back to Fountain to refill his bottle and get as much HP and mana as he can. How's everyone else looking? Shredder does have a TP and full. Nushem, no TP for 8 seconds, so they're going to be way out of position to defend this tier 2.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Nushem did bring down the tier 1 tower, but looks like NoT today is going to get this tier 2, no problem. We'll even try to step up and deny now. It's always risky, especially up against a Bat Rider, as he'll just blink and get the lasso off. Ooh, Shredder even getting the mid tier 1, but will he get punished for this? Doesn't look like it. Ah, never mind. Smash will blink forward, get the lasso off, and he's going to land right into a call down. As, well, Shredder got that tier 1 tower, but got punished for it. It's NoT today definitely getting the upper hand out of all those trades, or out of that exchange. Another charge coming up from Jenkins. Will he go through with this? Doesn't look like he's canceling. Yeah, okay, he will actually cancel.
Gold for me.
So close to that Yule Scepter getting finished by Stinger. 120 gold from completing it. Miscode is your typical supporty items. Van actually got rid of the bracer. It's not on the clear, so he obviously sold it for something. I smash TPs away right as I go to look. And Nusham, with that creep kill, is going to have his Egg Scepter completed. It's 21 minutes into this game. That's a pretty damn good timing for this Witch Doctor. And he's had some really good placements of his Death Ward. And with it being an Egg Scepter and those things bouncing around like crazy, it's definitely going to be even more successful now. Jenkins not going for that Shadow Blaze. It looks like he's picked up an Ogre Club. So he's going to have that going for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Go away! Go away, shop. There we go. Trying to select Flying Zebra there as he's just gotten a medallion on the Abaddon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Shredder looks like he's going to be going for a BKB as well. It could be an SNY, but with the Ogre Club, it's probably just a BKB. As I think that would definitely be the right item to go with. You typically want... well, you want both of those items on Troll. He's a hero that really likes getting plus stat items. SNY is a natural item for him. As you can tell, both teams really want to go for Roche, but at the same time, they know it's extremely risky. And they don't really want to commit to it. So we've seen a few times. We saw it once from Leviathan and now once from Not Today. This kind of walked into the pit and then said, no, this isn't good. We can't do this. But just by doing that, you're also forcing your opponent to respond. As like I said, that would be absolutely huge if one of these teams managed to get Roche, but don't expect it to happen. But we are going to have a 5-man smoke here coming up from Leviathan. As we can see their path on the minimap, but it's going to bring them right into the 5-man squad of Not Today. Jenkins is leading the way. He's going to get the charge off onto Van, but he's going to get tossed up in the air from that Yule Scepter. And another incredible Death Ward getting placed by Nusham. He does get interrupted by Smash. But they've already managed to drop 2 heroes. Looks like Shredder. Oh my goodness, he's not going to go down. The Aphotic Shield is there from Flying Zebra to keep him alive, and Leviathan clearly winning that trade as they drop 2 heroes, not losing a single one on their side. I'm actually surprised that didn't go worse for Not Today, as that engage was really, really good from Leviathan. That Death Award once again on point. Nusham Witch Doctor. If you haven't seen it before, you're seeing it now, and he's pretty damn good at this hero. Well, I spoke about the importance of getting Roshan. We're going to see Roche go down now. And that's going to mean an Aegis on the Troll Warlord, so expect them to go a lot more aggressive in some of these team fights. But you can't get too overzealous. You just won 1 fight. But the previous fights before that, you've been losing a lot of heroes, and they've been very, very close to going completely the other way. Jenkins was charging in the top lane, but yeah, that was a little bit too crazy. There's no one even remotely close on the map from your team. Well, we got 2,500 gold on this Troll Warlord. He's got really no reason to buy right now, but he is going for that BKB, I imagine. NizCast's trying to set something up here. He even has an Observer Ward spotting for him, but no one's down here to really kill with him. Maybe Smash would be able to TP down in, but Smash just uses Lasso in the top lane. As he's brought Shibby back, leaves him in place. Stinger can land the Light Strike array. There we go, that's what I was trying to say. In the Laguna. Jenkins is going to TP or charge on in, but that Yule's coming out from Stinger, making sure that Jenkins not able to get on top of Smash. Of course, Smash had pretty much everything on cooldown there, so had Jenkins been able to get on him, it could have been okay, I guess. But with the Lina there, I don't really see the Spirit Breaker able to do much. I don't think he was going to use a BKB charge, especially the fresh BKB, to try and get that kill. Flying Zebra he's got 2 Gauntlets of Strength in his stash, so looking like he's going to be picking up an Urn as his next item. Misco has been spotted out by this Observer Ward, and that's going to allow Jenkins to charge him. But he's going to cancel right in the mid lane. Ifrit was right there, and Ifrit actually has a Talisman of Evasion and also an Ogre Club now, so it looks like he's going to be building a Halberd. Unless that Talisman of Evasion is just for the effective HP. It's actually a very effective item at boosting your effective HP. It's very, very efficient. So that could very well be a casual Talisman of Evasion and him looking to finish an S&Y, but it also would be quite good if he picked up a Halberd, especially going up against the likes of Spirit Breaker and Troll. Of course, you do have that 10-second BKB for the Spirit Breaker, so Halberd not going to do much there, and Shredder just picking up a 10-second BKB of his own.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Leviathan
attack.
grouped as 5, going to drop this mid or bottom tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom
Not today's
tower
all
has
over
fallen.
Leviathan's jungle, but of course no one's up there. Maybe baiting with a little bit of the illusion there, but he's attacked a few times. They should definitely know that this is an illusion, and
Radiant's
frankly they don't
bottom
care.
tower is under
They're just going to be
attack.
pushing in the bottom lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it doesn't look like Not Today is going to respond to this. Selena's moving down there, but yeah, that tier 2 is already going to go down.
Bottom tower has fallen. Dire's
Is Not
top
Today
tower
clearly
is
getting
under
outmaneuvered
attack.
there, or maybe not. Maybe they just didn't care about those towers at all, but surprising that they let them go so easily. Now Van's going to TP away as he was getting charged by Jenkins. First doesn't know that, but kind of knew that. So it is going to be a Halberd for Ifrit. She's going to complete that now, and Smash has just found Jenkins, pulling him back, but Jenkins getting that BKB off, and frankly, Smash is fine with that. That's a 10-second BKB gone. He'll trade his the cooldown of his lasso. It'll be up in another minute for 1 second lower on the BKB. Once again, guys, I'm going to have to mute for just a second, but I'll be right back with you. So we'll switch to... there we go.
I do suffer fools.
Where's my pension?
Alright, I'm back with you. As we saw a pick off on Misco there. He tried to TP
Dire's
away,
middle
but got blown
tower
up by the
is
Sonic
under
Wave.
attack.
And then we just saw Not Today forcing a rotation from Leviathan out to respect potential push on their mid-tier 2. And
Dire's
now,
middle tower is
with
under
Not Today
attack.
backing away, Leviathan's just going to try to engage as Jenkins, way in front of his team, almost gets the Nether Strike off, but Smash able to get the lasso off, and it wasn't because they were trying to set up a kill on the Jenkins there, that was just he was able to blink away. Shredder will try to find someone. He gets one auto attack
Dire's
off on
bottom
Stinger, but
tower
it's not
is
a
under
bash.
attack.
So everyone on the side of Not Today able to get out of there alive. Now let's take a look at where we actually stand right now, because there's been a lot of up and down, and well, the graph shows it as well. As we're less than 1,000 gold in favor of Not Today. It's a lot closer to about 500. You can see early on, Not Today actually did quite well. Then Leviathan took it way back, and then came all the way back in Not Today's favor. Leviathan took it all the way back, and we're basically right at back at even. And based on how this tournament's been going, Not Today has been making really good decisions later on in the game. Not to take anything away from Leviathan, but this is where Not Today's been strong. And oh my, the Laguna gets completely negated by that Aphotic Shield flying Zebra on point there. And now this is going to completely turn everything around as Misco's going to go down. Ifrit's going to try to TP away, but Jenkins is there with the charge, and 3 heroes go down for the side of Not Today. Wow. That was all because Flying Zebra got that Aphotic Shield off. And the Laguna didn't kill the Spirit Breaker.
Much obliged.
675 damage. What is the Aphotic Shield heal? 200. Kept him alive.
Radiant's middle
Now
tower
Leviathan
is
will
under
look
attack.
to push down in the mid tier 2, and there's no way that Not Today is going to be up in time to defend this, so this tier 2 tower will go down, despite the fact that they just used Glyph.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We'll try to... Oh, Smash is actually going to try to blink and gonna grab a target there, but not able to do so. Jenkins now charging up into the top lane. Just not seeing the courier. Smash, Hasted, and Firefly just running up here. But Firefly just wearing off, and don't think he really had an opportunity to get a kill there anyways. Stinger's going to build towards an Egg Scepter here on the Lina to pierce through those BKBs. Smash looks like he's going BKB as well. So he's already got his Blink, his Force, his Boots of Travel, and his Gem. Misco, no, hasn't made any progress. Probably going to be a Force Staff from him eventually. Ifrit did pick up that Halberd and, well, just sitting on 900. Van looks like Point Booster? Oh, and Orb of Venom. I was going to say, he's going Egg Scepter, really? No, it's a Scotty for the Gyro. What is his BKB at? Oh, it's a fresh BKB, 10 seconds. He hasn't even used it yet. It's for Dire side, obviously Shredder hasn't used his either. Nusham's going to be going after a BKB as well, as he's picked up an Overclub. And I thought there was a hero down there. I looked at the minimap again and was just like, no, it's just a ball of Not Today. But apparently it was a ball of Not Today with Shredder. Or sorry, with Jenkins in the middle of it. Smash doing a little bit of counter warding with that gem. Wow, we just had the Scotty finished by the Gyro. It's going to be flying in by the courier, but someone says no, I'm going to send it back instead. Not going to pick up anything, so maybe a little bit of miss micro there. As we've hit a little bit of a lull in this game, as both teams maybe getting sensible and backing away. The Shibby's has the Lincolns and the Egg Scepter, as well as an Ultimate Orb. That puts everything more into perspective. Shibby must have cast the Lincolns onto Jenkins to keep him alive the same time the Aphotic Shield was. Because the Aphotic Shield didn't pop, and that didn't make any sense to me. It's like he took no damage, and that's because the Lincolns was applied to him right as the Aphotic Shield was as well. And you didn't see the, or at least I didn't see the animation or the graphic from the Lincoln Sphere. That makes so much more sense. That whole scenario was still in the back of my mind. It was just like, something wasn't right there. But it was the Lincolns there from Shibby. So huge play from Shibby. Still some props for the Aphotic Shield from Flying Zebra, but Shibby with that Lincolns definitely kept Jenkins alive. As it looks like Troll's going to be going after that, completing that S and Y. And then he'll probably go after Scotty after that. Not Today in the middle of Roche Pit. Shibby's actually going to blink on in there. It's Leviathan all together here. And they're going to find a kill on the Luna. Lena also is what her name is. With that pick, Leviathan will look to take Roche. And it goes down so fast. It'll be another Aegis for Shredder. Will Leviathan look to actually push with this or not? Maybe they're just going to look to farm with the Aegis. Looks like the S and Y is about to get finished for the Troll Warlord. But Smash just picked up his BKB, so they've got that going for them. Huh. Trying to think. Jaharo's actually laid down the call down there in the mid lane. Mainly to do a little bit of farming, I think. Well, where do we stand? Yeah, Leviathan's definitely brought this game back. Only about 2,000 in their favor, and that's like a complete negligible difference. In fact, most of this game, the difference has been so small it doesn't really matter, except for maybe this swing, but even still. XP's been completely up and down. But right now it's Leviathan favored, but that's even less negligible than, or even more negligible, I guess, is the correct way to say that, than the gold differential. Ultimate orb for Ifrit. What else is this courier buying? Maybe a demon edge.
Dire's middle tower
That's going to be
is under
for the
attack.
gyrocopter. It looks like Leviathan's wanting to push here with this Aegis, as they're going to catch out Ifrit, and that's a great way to start it all off. Now, not today. Expect them to abandon this tier 2 tower. Just back and hold their high ground. And Leviathan will gladly take that, but that battle for the high ground, if Leviathan chooses to keep pushing here, which I think they should,
Dire's middle tower
they
is
should
under
probably
attack.
wait to engage when the scream of,
Radiant's top
sorry,
tower
not
is under
the
attack.
sonic wave is back up. But they don't have to. They've got the advantage with the Viper down. But Jenkins just gets picked off by Smash there. You're going to toss Shredder up in the air on the Troll Warlord. He does have the Aegis, but he's at no risk of dying. They just keep CCing him constantly. But now he's on top of Van. And now Van's on the run. He's going to go down. So is Smash. Gem on the ground. Flying Zebra's going to run in to pick that up. And Leviathan just going up against the two supports now. Viper's going to be up in 12. But they're going to claim the first set of racks of this game, as they're going to get the top
Radiant's
set.
top barracks are under attack.
The glyph is going to be used, but that's not really going to keep these racks alive.
Radiant's top barracks.
They don't care about the range racks. They're just going to go and try and bring down this tier 3.
Is under attack.
They got nerfed 45 seconds before the gyrocopter's up, 35 before the bat's up.
Radiant's middle tower has
So will
fallen.
Ifrit and co be able to hold this? Doesn't look like it, as the melee racks is about to go down.
Radiant's top barracks
As that's
are
not
under-
just one, but
Radiant's
two
top
sets of
barracks.
racks now in
Radiant's
favor of
middle
Leviathan.
barracks
Shibby
has fallen.
throws out the Sonic Wave, dealing a good amount of damage to Stinger, but they're not going to get a kill there. They did lose the Aegis from Shredder. Oh, we've got a re-engage here from Shibby, so he's going to jump on Stinger. Leviathan does need to be aware of Smash's respawn timer, and they're definitely respecting as they're backing away, as he was about to be up in just about 2 seconds. And he's up now. He's actually going to buy another gem immediately on his respawn. Is not today up against the ropes right now in this game,
A tribute to my house.
as they need to find a way to turn this around. As well, obviously no gold exchange on the kill. So we got a second Lincoln's. This time it's coming up from Jenkins. As if they just feed Lincoln's on their Troll Warlord, they have no way of bringing him down. And I wonder, can you Lincoln's a BKB target? I think you can. Either way, they're going to look to soak up the Lagunas coming out from Stinger. But the reason I asked that is, of course, Laguna with Aghanim Scepter is going to pierce through BKBs. So if you can Lincoln's your allied
Dire's middle tower is under
BKB target,
attack.
then that would be huge at countering
Dire's
that as well.
structures are
I believe you can,
fortified.
but not 100% sure. Well, we're going to
Dire's
see a
middle
mid-tier 2
tower
tower go
has
down
fallen.
here. Is maybe not today looking to take a fight and put all their eggs in one basket here. Is if they lose this fight, they are not going to be in a good position. Top lane's already heavily pushing Leviathan's favor. And now, not today, maybe a little hesitant here, but Leviathan isn't, as they're going to jump on in with Jenkins. Calldown's going to hit a bunch of heroes.
Radiant's middle tower
Ifrit
is
pops
under
that mech,
attack.
tries to get away. Shibby not really hitting many heroes with that Sonic Wave. And now, not today, will disengage all their heroes at half
Radiant's middle barracks are
HP
under
as they're going to
attack.
try to run away. Leviathan just doing a little bit of counter warding there, as they still have the gem on Flying Zebra. But Van will go back and defend. As honestly, that was...
Radiant's bottom tower.
And it looked
is
like a
under
little bit of
attack.
hesitation from Not Today. And Leviathan just went and engaged. And I think Not Today was, frankly, a little lucky to get away without losing any heroes there. Should be playing a little bit of King of the Hill here. Smash trying to come in and engage on him, but Shibby's there with the sheep stick. Now Jenkins charges on Smash. Cancels. Finds himself on the other side of the pillar. Now he's going to get lassoed back. Is able to get the BKB off, but there's that Laguna coming out, and Jenkins, he's gone down. I don't know what he was thinking with that charge, but maybe a little bit of a feed there coming out from Jenkins. Well, what is this gyro going to do for NoT today? It's allowed them to win early on, but this is the problem. Gyro just doesn't... I mean, he used to be one of the strongest carries in the game, and, well, not anymore. How do you win late game with the gyro? Did that courier just deliver? TP? Must have been a TP. Smash have. Nothing new. Stinger. He's picked up a Ghost Scepter. Ifrit. Nothing new either. Misco. Got a Ghost Scepter. Yeah, it's definitely... It's got to that point where a Ghost Scepter is just going to be your number one and pretty much only way to survive this late into the game. And well, there's a lot of magic damage that comes out too. You have to be wary of it. Stinger getting charged from Jenkins. He's just getting down there faster. He's going to cancel, and he does. Looks like both teams are prepping for a potential fight here for Roche, as we're going to find out how long before he can be up. As Ralph the Alpha Wolf will walk on in there and scout it out for him. It's going to be a fast one. 15 seconds and he'll be up. As we've got a little bit of engage here, Shibi's going to get tossed up in the air. And if they lose Shibi, this is going to be a disaster, and they do.
That hardly
He gives up a dominating streak. He does have buyback available. And well, I don't think they're going to use it because I don't think they expect Roche to be up this fast. They have no way of scouting it out. Unfortunately, not today. Don't know he's up either, as Smash
Radiant's
just
middle
passed
tower
over the
is
pit
under
right
attack.
before Roche respawned. And now they're going to go back to defend here. Oh, NoT today definitely would have taken Roche there, had they known. Oh. I was going to say some warding being done by Leviathan, but that's not a ward, that's Flying Zebra up on a pillar. Sounds like it should be some kind of comedic skit or something. Flying Zebra up on a pillar. Maybe Nusham will ward there? No. He's got a ward. Not choosing to drop it, but oh boy. It's come out. It has arrived. The Gyro Divine Rapier. Oh boy, here we go. This is such a tense moment.
Dire's
Smash
middle
gonna pop the
tower is under
Firefly,
attack.
but Leviathan, look at how far back. They say, no, we're actually willing to
Dire's
lose our
middle
tier 3
tower
here.
has fallen.
We'll engage after, and they're gonna do just that.
Radiant's
Jenkins
middle
pops the
tower is
BKB,
under
charges on
attack.
in. The Yule Scepter comes out from Stinger onto himself. Now Shibi's gonna jump on in, uses that link, and it's gonna get procced, and now Smash dragging Shredder, trying to pull him back. Nusham went down to the gyrocopter. He buys back immediately. We're going to lose Smash as well. He's going to buy back and try and rejoin here. He TP's to the mid lane. Will he try to engage on a Nusham? The two buybacks going at it. Let's try to keep our eye on the Divine Rapier. As Van is attacking Flying Zebra, he's going to find a kill there.
Triple kill.
Where's Shredder? He's getting back to his team. Smash. Well, we're going to have a buyback from Flying Zebra now. Now they're going to focus down Shibi, who does manage to blink away so low on HP. Shredder's going down as well. Oh my goodness, are NoT today going to do it? We're going to have more buybacks. As Shredder's going to buy back. This may just go too long for NoT today.
I guess
As Shibi now just gets a double. Van's in trouble. He's going to get 4-staffed away. The Divine Rapier is about to fall on the ground, and indeed it does. Who picks it up? Not Shredder. Where's the Divine Rapier? Who's got it? Flying Zebra picked it up. The Abaddon Divine Rapier. And with that, we only have Smash left alive on the side of NoT today. Buyback's going to come out from Van. Do have one more buyback available. That's for Ifrit. What about the Lena? She's going to have buyback in about 10 gold. And now with Roche up, are they going to take it? Keep in mind, Flying Zebra can't drop the Divine Rapier for Shredder.
Radiant's middle
Because it's
barracks
changed
are under
hands.
attack.
If when Van died, say Smash, because he was pretty close, although his full inventory, but if he were able to pick up that Divine Rapier, it would actually be muted for him, and muted is probably a bad word to use now with the upcoming patch. But it wouldn't actually do anything for him, but he would be able to drop it for Van. But because it has changed hands in terms of from one team to another, it is now transferred to Flying Zebra. So this is all him. He can't drop it for Shredder, because Shredder won't get any value out of it. This is a Flying Zebra Divine Rapier right now. That'll change if he dies and it changes hands and NoT today picks it up.
Radiant structures are
Flying Zebra's going to jump on in with that blink dagger. He's going to fight. He's got a Divine Rapier. Why not? Borrowed time will get procced as he's going right on Van. Van's got his BKB propped, and he's trying to walk away, but Flying Zebra won't let him go. And they're going to get the kill onto the gyrocopter. Flying Zebra now getting kind of low, but he's going to now get on top of Ifrit. They're going to get another kill there.
Ancient is under attack.
And he's going to get knocked up onto the high ground. But he just have his blink dagger. He's going to use it to close the gap onto Smash. And that's going to be a kill on him. 5 heroes all down on the side of NoT today. Roche goes down. Aegis on the Troll Warlord. We even had a refresher getting purchased by Shibby. But GG, well played, gets called by NoT today, as our first game of the night is going to go to Leviathan as they find themselves ahead 1-0 in this best of 3. And what a game. I told you guys this series was going to be good. We've got at least one more game of this series coming up. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in probably about 5 minutes. Once again, I'm Niz. Hit all those follow buttons on Twitch, on YouTube, and on Twitter. Everything's Niz. You can find it nice and easy. But I'm going to take a much needed break here, and I'll be back in probably about 5 minutes for Game 2. Thanks for watching.